Welcome to today's episode of The Growth Zone. I am Christian Bartsch. What is the core benefit of listening to this show? Business leaders in corporate and privately held companies gain insights into trends and strategies that provide them with a competitive advantage in the marketplace. Each episode focuses on areas such as marketing, sales, innovation, or funding that is absolutely critical to the growth of companies, whether they are startups or corporate global players. Where management needs to juggle the challenges of market entries or knowing how to navigate the uncertainty of disruptive developments, mind feeding is where clarity evolves and helps solving organizational challenges. For those who listen to the entire episode, I have a special surprise gift. I'm also working on some great guests that are industry leaders in management, innovation, and marketing. And we will be talking in the future much more about the important trends that are affecting the way we manage our companies in the demand to being sustainable, more environmentally and socially friendly, and becoming more empathic leaders. So, let's get started on today's topic. In today's episode, we are going to look at the reasons why we should still bother with SEO, with search engine optimization. Now, look at it. How can you get people to click on your website in places like Google? Well, there are only two ways to have it. Either you are on page one somewhere, and that either organically or with paid ads. So paid search is, of course, one of the things that you can use, needs a lot of money, and it requires of you having a market fit product that people are actually going to buy, and not something that you think that could be sold, but you're not sure. Now, let's look at it this way. If you're doing it organically, you can, of course, save yourself a lot of ads costs. Unfortunately, there's an up and a downside to it. Organic takes a lot of time to build up. It doesn't happen overnight. You can't do it in 2 weeks. It's a long-term project. Now, the thing is, if you have eventually your ads running very well and your search engine optimization at the same time, you could do a double home run. Why? Simply because you either get the people who are clicking on your ads on page one, or the people who are clicking on the search results on page one. Preferably, of course, within the first 4 positions. Everything below is not so favorable. But it's not so easy. And you can't just do it by amassing tons of useless, worthless, low-level, irrelevant links. We call them, of course, as well backlinks, depending on whose back they are. But the key thing is, it's about as well doing an optimization of the way your website works, how fast your website is, how the different things are working. Is it usable? Are the buttons the right place? Is your wording properly and everything? And the thing is, if you've got settings in your website, pictures and other kind of things, and they're far too slow or heavy, or they're not loading properly, or they haven't got any kind of important details inside, then of course a browser has issues to handle it, and Google as well notices that it's not so favorable compared to someone who's made the effort to do an on-page and off-page optimization. The thing is, you can do on-page and off-page optimization yourself. You can hire as well a freelancer. You can hire an agency. There are multiple ways to do it. And that's the key thing, multiple ways. You can learn and you can do different kind of things. And for instance, myself, I've been doing it for my own business. At the same time, I've been doing it as well for other businesses who have partnered in other areas. So we practically share our knowledge, our talents, and competencies and resources, which is a great thing if you have such great partnerships. Now, if you do not have this kind of partnership, or your partnerships are maybe focused on something different, then you need somebody who can help you market. Yeah. And there are lots of great marketing agencies out there who are doing a great job. And they are as well showcasing it as well. Some are just doing cold calling and just calling you, just trying to sell you something because they can't even run their ads to get their own clients. But they have to go to do cold calling. Of course, cold calling is fast and a rapid way, like ads. The other thing is, of course, it has strengths and weaknesses. And when we look now at search engine optimization, we're not actually looking at cold calling. We want to get the people when they are looking for something. Either they are looking for entertainment or they're looking for a solution or for information. Solution and information, very different. Someone who goes organically, they will be looking for information to eventually evaluate what's the best solution for the problem. Or they maybe want to find a product and want to see how does it compare with another product and so on. In contrast, someone who just quickly wants to get rid of the problem, they want to have a rapid solution, they will go and click on ads because they nowadays will expect, based as well on the text and ads and so on, will think that the person who's advertising will have the immediate solution and they don't need to spend any more time researching and so on because they haven't got the time, the energy, the will, or even the skills. Now, that's good, but the reality is we have a buyer persona that is not only based on 4 color strategies, but on a mix of colors. You have blue, red, green, and yellow, of course, in all different variations and so on. And they will be looking differently. So a red type mostly will be going to ads, and the blue type will be researching. The yellow type might be even asking the friends. Green as well, more or less, being a bit careful and maybe even reading magazines, like test products and so on, and think that might be better. Now, looking at search engine optimization, what is it actually? So, if you've got your own website and you don't know anything about search engine optimization, you have to first understand it's a long-term campaign. So, it's something you start and you regularly secure in your calendar time when you devote to doing it. And then different kind of things, whether you are writing, improving your text, improving your website, you are trying to find people to provide you a link to your website. And there comes, of course, the biggest question. Why should someone place a link on their website to your website? The best reason is value. The worst reason is money. Exactly, money. Why? Because Google is smart enough and nowadays long enough in the game that they know who charges for backlinks. I then don't want to reward those people because these people are obviously getting their position or the backlinks not due to value, quality, information that's helpful, but actually by using money. On the hand, of course, you have the people who spam Google with backlinks in all sorts of link farms and other kind of places that are just garbage. Google knows that too. Of course, Google will see the links and so on and reconsider whether it's valuable or not. Nowadays, Google is becoming more and more smarter that they can actually decide whether they ignore it or they add it to their counting. Because the thing is, there's as well black SOE. It's black search engine optimization, which means they try to attack the competitors with spammy links and all kind of things. There's all sorts of crazy stuff happening out there. And you shouldn't do that yourself, and you should as well not engage or supply it. The best way, try to build your own stuff properly and the right way, and you'll have much greater return of investment. The other thing is, it takes time, money, effort, and the biggest thing, commitment. Exactly. So, when you think about that commitment, search engine optimization, if you're doing it yourself, requires a lot of commitment. I don't mean time-wise, but about doing it regularly, not quitting on it, and doing it, and doing it, and doing it. And as well, of course, being willing to learn how to improve your things. So you have to find out, check what's good, what's not working well, optimize. You might have to invest in all sorts of different software to check your website and so on, because you can't even do that all on your own. You need tools that help you. And most of the tools, they do cost something per month, but it's worth investment considering that you want to, of course, generate revenue for yourself, and that should be a considerable return of investment for the time and the cost of operating that website. Now, in the next few episodes, we'll be looking at other topics around search engine, online marketing, data science, and other things. And I'll have as well not in this episode, but next episode after this coming episode, we will have one guest, and that's Paris Childress. He is going to give us insights into the transformation of customer acquisition. So the idea is moving from traditional ads towards a more rapid approach with data science, artificial intelligence, paid ads, and a rapid performance creative that you can scale. So that'll be quite an interesting thing. It is focused on SaaS companies. Nevertheless, this kind of approach you can as well apply in other kinds of businesses that are not based on the software as a service model. So that'll be quite interesting. And yeah, look forward to it. For now, it was great having you here. I hope you enjoyed this episode and share it with your friends so that we can get more listeners and I can get more ideas to share with you more valuable knowledge. Have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed today's edition of the Growth Zone show with Christian Bartsch. Thank you for listening. Please leave a review or rating here on iTunes or on podchaser.com. If you found the content helpful, then share it on social media, please. I would like to invite you to follow our show so that you don't miss the upcoming interviews with leaders in the market. Simply visit the website meetchrisbartsch.com. I will be adding the link into the description of this episode so that you just need to click on that link. On my website, you will also find the links to free templates. If you're looking for the books I have published on marketing, innovative technology, and sustainable business strategies, just simply click on publication to find my book list. The world is constantly changing in response to trends and events. As a business leader, you need to bypass the sandbanks that can hurt your performance. For those of you who are signing up to follow the show, I have reserved a few copies of my ultimate guide on content marketing and an ESG compliant cheat sheet. This is the strategy that got me top corporate clients like McDonald's, Linde, Hewlett-Packard, Deutsche Bank, Volvo, and many others. That strategy has been working for over 10 years and also got me contacts with police, transport authorities, military, and several universities, and even leading research institutes. For sure, it also worked wonders as it got me many small, medium-sized enterprises and international clients around the world. The link to sign up to our free broadcasting service and the guide is at meetchrisbarch.com. That will give you access to the most recent versions of my ultimate guide on content marketing. You can follow me on Twitter by using the Twitter handle capbarch. It's spelled CAPBARTSCH. Yes, that is CAP Barch, or spelled Charlie Alpha Papa Bravo Alpha Romeo Tango Sierra Charlie Hotel.